So what tools are you going to need as a beginning welder? I'm going to show you that right now. So obviously you need a welder. This is a flux core welder. Great machine, 125 flux. For that you're going to need a welding hood. From there you're going to need a chop saw. This is what you're going to need to do once you learn how to weld and then once you start building projects. Another necessity is a grinder. This you're going to probably use just as much as the welder itself. Not because you don't know how to weld and you need to grind your welds down, but because you could cut with it, you could smooth your welds out with it, you could clean your table with it, and so on. A couple other parts to the grinder. You're going to have a cutoff wheel, a wire wheel, and a sanding pad that's already on the grinder itself. Extension cords. You're going to need levels. This is a 2-foot level, a 4-foot level, or an 8-foot level is good as well, depending on the scope of work you're doing. If you're doing big projects, obviously you're going to need a bigger level. For smaller projects, you could use something as small as a 2-foot level. You're going to need squares, speed square, and just a general square, wire brushes. These magnets are perfect for 90-degree corners. These help a lot as you're fabricating. Clamps to hold stuff down on your workbench or anything that you need to secure. These work very well. As you're welding, you're going to need some pliers. So these are welding pliers that are super handy. Crescent wrench, some more wire cutters and pliers, and a tape measure. This is one thing that you're definitely going to use a lot. It's a great tool to have around, and that's going to be a lot for fabricating or cutting small pieces as you start to practice weld. And then a ratchet set. You're not going to use this all too often, but occasionally you are definitely going to need it. So that's a quick overview of general tools that you will need as you begin to start welding and building.